It's time for another episode of Bad Video Games, and this time I'm going to be playing Reservoir Dogs on the PS2. It's supposed to be bad, and I haven't played it before. This was a movie I enjoyed back in the day. In fact, I was a bit of a Quentin Tarantino fanboy, so this intrigues me. Oh, here we go.
Mr. Brown.
Right, here are the dudes.
Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, and Mr. Pink.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Because
Oh no, it's not Steve Buscemi's voice. I was just going to say it's going to intrigue me, or rather, I'm going to find it interesting to see what voice actors are here. So this guy's called Joe, I think, in the film. It's been a long time since I've seen it. His voice actor is real, by the sound of things. I mean, they're all real voice actors, but you know what I mean. So, I'm assuming I'm going to be playing as Mr. Orange. If you haven't seen this film, Mr. Orange was played by Tim Roth in the movie. Yeah, look. He looks nothing like him. And Tim Roth is undercover. He's a cop, I think. Like I say, it's been years. Yeah, he's a cop, isn't he? And he's undercover with all these bad guys. They want to do a bank heist. The bank heist goes wrong, and yeah, the rest is history. I think it's a good film, Reservoir Dogs. A lot of people's favourite from the Tarantino collection. Mine is going to be obvious, though. It's Pulp Fiction. Because I think that's Tarantino's magnum opus. Anyway, so enough about Tarantino films. And I'm going to have to mute some of the music in this because the soundtrack is the official soundtrack which accompanied the movie, which I actually bought on CD. Some really good music that accompanies this film. So I've got a widescreen patch on here. I got a 60 frames per second patch. That is probably why the movement looks a bit strange, but the audio seems fine. Because sometimes with these 60 frames per second patches, it can also speed up the audio. But it's not. But it is speeding up the character movement a bit. I might have to do a quick edit at some point and change that. But for now, we'll play, because I like the smoothness of 60 frames per second. So, this had bad scores. Like, it had 3 out of 10 official US PlayStation magazine. I don't think it got a review in the UK. It had a couple of 4s. It had a 7 at IGN. But then the American version of IGN gave it a 3. Make it make sense. This doesn't happen in the movie, Paintball. So lots of tutorial stuff to get through first. And then the game will obviously just start for real, and we'll get to the bank heist, or rather, post-bank heist. You don't actually see the bank heist in the film. It's the events that follow it. I think there are a few flashbacks to the bank heist in the film. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen it. Very, very good movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it, guys. I'm sure all of you watching this have seen it. It's one of the most famous Tarantino movies, I think. One of the most popular. A lot of people have it in their top 3, don't they? It would be in my top 3, but then it would be Pulp Fiction first. Oh, I don't know. I really enjoyed Kill Bill, the first one. That would probably be number 2. I don't know. Pulp Fiction, definitely one of the best films of all time. This was banned. This game was banned. So I was reading about this earlier. This game was banned. Let me remember. I was Australia and somewhere. He looks like Begbie. He looks like Francis Begbie from Trainspotting more than Mr. Pink, if he's supposed to be Mr. Pink. Yeah, Australia and New Zealand. You could not play this game. It was banned for the violence, basically. And you could also play this on Xbox and PC. I think they're all more the same. They're all very similar in regards to reviews. I mean, this game sits at a 5 out of 10 at Metacritic across the board, all platforms. It sits at a 50 out of 100 or a 5 out of 10. So it's a crap game. I mean,
Order him over to the safe.
I probably would have enjoyed this back in the day just because I was a Tarantino fanboy and I would have found it intriguing playing the video game of the movie, but it looks and feels a bit rough, this. I gotta say, straight away.
Well done. You've got the money. You're a regular.
Mr. Orange looks terrible, doesn't he? I mean, come on, at least make him look like Tim Roth. I know they couldn't get the voice actor for Tim Roth for this, and I'm assuming they couldn't get the actor for Steve Buscemi because Mr. Pink, again, is voiced by someone else.
Now we got a situation, and it's all.
But at least make Mr. Orange look like Tim Roth, not just some random dude.
What are you gonna do?
That's Michael Madsen's voice. That's cool. Michael Madsen plays Mr. Blonde. Very, very infamous scene when he removes the ear of a police officer when they've got him captured, and he starts speaking into his ear. It's very, yeah, it's very gross, but it is. It's a hard watch, but it's also quite humorous. That was what Tarantino did so well. Anyway. Yeah, it's definitely Joe's voice. I keep saying Joe. I think his name was Joe in real life, the voice actor. Or the actual actor for this mafia boss. I think he's a mafia boss. He never actually tells you much about this crew of blokes. It just gets straight into it. It shows them at a diner, like all meeting each other and talking about the heist before they do it, I think.
These boys are trained to deal with pillars of the community such as.
But yeah, you never really know much about their backstories. That's what I always found so interesting about it.
Hey, this is a $200 shirt. Hey, drop your weapon. Fucking drop your fucking gun.
Yeah, this is crap. Look at his little ponytail. That's Mr. I was going to say Mr. White. It's not Mr. White. Mr. White was Harvey Keitel's character. Oh, Mr. Blue is telling me, look. Mr. Blue, I think in real life, the guy who played him was a criminal, I want to say. Or he had been in prison. I'm not sure. There was a story about it, anyway. There was a story about lots of things. Oh, come on. I want to get to the game.
Against the wall. Go face the wall.
That should stop them coming after you. All you need to do now is watch out for reinforcements.
I always found it strange that games got banned in some countries but not others.
Remember all that?
I mean, is this really worth banning? I mean, maybe there is the torture scene in this. Maybe. So maybe that was why it was banned in Australia. But again, why not ban it in the UK and the US as well? It's very strange.
Shit. Orange got tagged. Good shot.
Oh, here we go. This is post-heist.
Man, this is fucked up.
Oh, that's Mr. White, Harvey Keitel. He looks terrible.
Somebody fucked us up big time, man.
And his voice is terrible.
You really think
Francis Begbie.
You even doubt it, man? I don't think we got set up. I know we got set up. I mean, really, seriously, where'd all
Yeah,
those come
Mr.
from, huh?
White in
One
this
minute they're not
film.
there, the next minute they're
Oh,
there.
Harvey Keitel. His performance is fantastic. It's so good. This guy is not doing it justice. So it's basically the big actors they couldn't get for this game. They couldn't get Tim Roth. They couldn't get Harvey Keitel, and they couldn't get Steve Buscemi. They probably are the three biggest actors in the film. And those actors are like, I'm not putting my name to this game. Thank you very much. I don't blame them. Yeah, I need to turn off this 60 FPS patch, don't I? It looks weird. There's Mr. Blue with his little pony.
Fuck this. Oh, crap.
Right, okay. I mean, unless you're a die-hard fan of Reservoir Dogs, the movie, there's no point playing this. Just play GTA. It does everything far better. This is bad, like. I gotta say, with the patch, it is as smooth as butter, but everything is happening a bit too quickly. It's like it's in fast-forward mode.
End of the line. This is your last warning.
The audio's fine though. I don't get it. It's weird. Oh my, I don't like this. It feels wonky to play. The controls feel rough. But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt because I am not playing it in its native frame rate. What it was supposed to be have played at. So when I do edit, a quick edit, I'll come back with the, I'm assuming 30 frames per second, but it's probably not even that. It's probably supposed to be played at like 10 frames per second. I mean, it's not the worst game I've ever played. It's completely non-offensive. It's the sort of game when I was a younger man and I saw this in like one of the bargain bins when games got reduced for like a 10 or 15. I would have been fine with it for that price, but not full price. Not a chance. I couldn't pay 35 quid for this. No way. Because once you've seen the movie, then this is obviously copying the story by the looks of things. It's good to see the actual heist here. Because like I say, I don't think you see it in the film. You might see it in a director's cut, though. Tarantino might have cut it, might have dropped it completely from the final film. I don't know. It's the Bullet Festival time. Here we go. How do I do it? Well, I know how to do it. You press triangle, it told me. Oh, no, don't lock on the... Why is he locking onto that car? I want to shoot that car. Yeah, controls are funky as hell. Okay. Tarantino had a thing about bank heists and, like, classic... dramatized... Sorry, guys, just trying to not die here. Just that classic TV or movie trope of the bank heist. Because he had a helping hand. I think he wrote it or directed it. I think he directed it, Killing Zoe, which is based entirely around a bank heist, which goes wrong. So Tarantino, obviously, like, even for he was a very young director, wasn't he? Around this time, like I say, had a love for classic film. But this is not a classic video game. How's that for a segue? Not very good, is it? Is it bad? I would say it's bad, yeah. With so many games like this on PS2, and when I say like this, there you go, I've done it. Where's the cops behind me? There's still 2 police left in there. Yeah, this is rough. Okay, so I have changed it to native frame rate, whatever that will be, because I don't know. I haven't got a frame rate counter on, so I will never know. I know, we'll never care. But the edit has been made. Let's see what this game has to offer us. We've done the heist. And now it's time. Oh no, it's let's get to work, eh? We've done the heist already, though. So we've got to do it again. Oh, here we go. It's going to have the actual intro that we get in the movie. With the dudes walking very slowly. Here we are. Look at this. You're going to have to bear with me, guys. I've put my own music in the background. I can actually hear the real music here. It's one of my favourite songs of all time. Is it called Little Green Bag? What's it called? Anyway, Mr. Blonde. So Nice Guy Eddie was played by, I want to say Chris something. Mr. Pink, Steve Buscemi. Joe Cabot's like the mafia boss. We've talked about him. Mr. Blue, we've talked about him. Mr. Brown. Who played Mr. Brown? I don't remember Mr. Brown. Mr. Orange obviously was Tim Roth. He's like the main dude. They are the Reservoir Dogs. I always wondered, what is Reservoir Dogs exactly? Why are they called Reservoir Dogs? I need to look that up. Or am I just being dumb? Is it obvious? Like, I just don't know. I just don't know, guys. Anyway, back to the video game action here. Ah, have we got a... Oh, here we go. So, I was going to say if we got like a chase or something. Is this post-heist? I'm confused. Oh, car is very funky to control, but everything feels a bit smooth. Not smooth, but everything feels like it's settled now. Frame pacing wise, because I've turned it off, the 60 FPS patch. I think it looks nice. I think graphically it looks like a... It looks like a beautiful-ish video game. Beautiful-ish? It's not beautiful. It's not the right word. It's gritty. It's the streets of wherever Reservoir Dogs is set. I don't know. Oh, it's another classic. Love this song. So you've got the whole soundtrack on here, which is a big plus because the soundtrack is fantastic. But I forgot to turn it off. I'm going to have to do that. Yeah. It would have been worth it just for the soundtrack, this game. So, is it a bad video game? Yes, it's still a bad game. Anyway. I don't like the handling of this car at all.
Start the engine, but nothing. It's dead. Turns out she can't drive. Doesn't even know how to work the gas. She has to get out and push me back down the road.
I like this dialogue, though, from Mr. Blonde here.
There's no way on earth I'm letting her back.
So these lines you wouldn't have obviously heard in the movies. So they've added dialogue and added a bit of story for this game.
No fucking way. Such a piece of work.
Ah, the guy who's playing Steve Buscemi, though, man. I know he's trying to sound like him. It doesn't work for me. It does not work. But Mike, how does the game play? Rough. It plays rough, guys. I like all these streets, basically. I like how this feels like a journey here. It feels like I've left somewhere and I'm going somewhere. Like the way all the scenery's changing and the road actually feels busy. I like the fact it's got all this traffic. This is brilliant. It's a 10 out of 10. It's not. I thought I'd like this more than I do, put it that way. I'm just intrigued by it. There's a difference between being intrigued by something and actually thinking it's a good game. Oh, dear. Oh, he won't shut up. It's annoying my ears.
There was more blood coming out of his neck than in a whole human body, man. Another guy gets up real quiet like
Okay.
This guy's as big as a house.
But I want to know. I want to know. Is this post-heist? It's not, is it? So they're going for the Tarantino effect of jumping around the timeline. Back and forth kind of thing. Flash forwards, flashbacks. Which is fine. But I don't know if it's done well enough in this game. Or it's just me being dumb. And it's probably the latter. I just think I'm being dumb here. I think it's probably supposed to be obvious that we are pre-heist.
I heard about this one guy.
Okay.
This nickel and dime thief had a...
Here we go.
Yeah, right. So anyway, this
I'm sure Mr. Blonde, Michael Madsen, is attempting to tell us the same story again, and it's on a loop. I'm really been concentrating on what they've been saying, but I'm actually at my destination now, I think. No, I didn't mean to do that. I want to win this. Where's he going? He could have just gone for glory then. Anyway, here we go. I came first. I mean...
You're gonna get yourself killed if you drive that slowly.
What was the point in that? Is it just a tutorial for driving? I thought we've done all the tutorial stuff. Come on, game. Get us into the meat and drink. Let's save. But yeah, I'm not sure on this. I mean, we've featured far worse on the channel. Far worse. It's just another mediocre movie tie-in, isn't it? To every man for himself. Right, let's keep it on normal. Difficulty feels okay in this.
Did you see what happened to anybody else?
Me and Orange jumped in the car and Brown floored it. After that, I don't know what went down.
That point is every man for himself, man. As far as Mr. Blonde and Mr. Blue are concerned, I ain't got the foggiest, because once I got out, I never looked back.
What do you think?
Yeah, they really do need Harvey Keitel for Mr. White. They really do.
No chance they punched through? You found a hole.
Yeah, and that was a fucking miracle.
I guess if you haven't seen the film and know nothing about it, then this might have had some interest for people. But again, if you've seen the movie, like, the story, it doesn't matter unless you want to play Reservoir Dogs and you don't care about the story at all. But why would you when you got GTA? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? I'm thinking about it too deeply. I don't need to. So we're post-heist here. I've just run past a cop, I think, or a security guard. This is the movie, basically. This is what happens here. You see all this. Post-heist. Harvey Keitel running away. Okay. Yeah, it feels better now, or it looks better now. I've turned off that damn 60 FPS patch. It doesn't look so weird. But it's just GTA style third-person action, basically. And with the cars, even though you can't get out the cars. But it's not supposed to be an open-world sandbox-type game. It's obviously a linear movie tie-in. And it doesn't do it well, because the gameplay feels rough to me. The gunplay's atrocious, guys. Why wasn't it shooting at the guy who my reticle was hovering over? It shot at the person behind him. Oh, getting cover, getting cover. Yeah, it's rough as hell, this is. I got no bullets. Why haven't I got any bullets at all? Like, it doesn't give you much ammo. What's like... Oh, no, don't do that. Is there a toggle gun button? I think I've only got the revolver. Or whatever this gun is supposed to be. I want to see if there's like a melee, like a pistol whip button. Oh, that'll do. Just, let's try that again. Yeah, this is crap. It's not offensive. It is a 5 or a 6 out of 10 game, but it is crap. It probably could have gone onto the old school playlist. I don't think it's a 3 out of 10. There we go.
Drop your weapon.
So if I... Yeah, I was going to say, if I press X, I do that, he's going to drop his gun. But is he going to get his gun back out? Because... Yeah, he should really. He has. Okay.
Lose the gun, asshole.
I think that's a cool gameplay mechanic. Yeah, it's not offensive. It probably could have been featured on our old school playlist. I don't think it's terrible, but I do think it's a bad game. It's extremely mediocre. And that's enough for me, because it feels too rough to play, guys. It's not enjoyable. Let me know if you've played Reservoir Dogs. What's your favourite Tarantino movie? Look out for more content coming to the channel. Got so much planned. Got the Christmas special incoming. Look out for that with Dave and I. Co-op goodness. That's all I'm going to say. We've got that incoming. We've got loads of other stuff. I'll speak to you all soon.
There he goes.